Zach, I guess start. How's the shoulder feeling, and are you feel like you're not going to have any limitations in Orlando?
Yeah, shoulder feels great. No limitations. I have had no reason to believe that it'll hold me back from doing anything. I feel pretty normal on the court. Like the surgery didn't even happen, so I'm ready to go.
Have you been able to do any contact yet?
No, no contact yet. No, we're not allowed to do that yet, unfortunately. But we've done everything short of that in the weight room. I've tested it. A lot of stress tests on, a lot of flexibility stuff, and it feels normal. It feels like a regular shoulder, so I'm good.
You mentioned not being able to have any of that contact. Yeah, I mean, what do these practices look like with all the COVID restrictions so far?
There's a lot of individual stuff, a lot of shots, a lot of running around cones, trying to get your conditioning up as best as possible. You usually don't have a full court because there's 4 guys working out at one time, but if somehow somebody finishes early or someone doesn't come in that day, you have a full court, you take advantage of that and just try to replicate game actions as much as possible. But yeah, hopefully once we get to Orlando, we'll hit the ground running and be as close to game shape as possible.
Dame was pretty effusive in how you and Jusuf look. Obviously, you can't tell how you look, but looking at Jusuf, what do you see from him so far?
Just the same Nurk, man. He's just his body looks great. Obviously, everybody, Coach Stott said that the other day. He looks great. But I think he's shooting a lot better. From what I've seen, he's gotten a lot of threes up. Obviously, we're all getting a lot of shots up, but his shot just looks good. He looks very confident in it. And, I would just say, honestly, he looks like the same old Nurk who he's going to be able to do a lot of things on the court. And I'm excited to play with him again, honestly. It's really fun to play with a guy like that. He's a willing passer. He's a guy who can finish around the rim, and he's a guy who can shoot. So he's going to be fun to play with. I think a guy like that, a big that is willing to pass, is going to make guys around him better. So I'm looking forward to that. Nurk is always a guy who's, he takes pride in the defensive end as well. So I think we'll both thrive in that area. And like I said before, with me, him, and Hassan, we're going to be able to feed off each other and have each other's back. So that'll be fun. But as far as just me and him playing together, I'm excited. My first and second year, whenever I was on the court with him, it was a lot of fun. So he's a guy who can do multiple things, and I think we can complement each other really well. So I'm looking forward to it for sure.
Zach, how do you think you're going to fit in with Melo? Because obviously you haven't actually played with him because you were injured before they signed him. So, how excited are you to play with him, and, how do you think that's going to work?
I'm pumped. I think just from strictly a fan of basketball standpoint, watching Melo growing up and the fact that we're on the same team and I get to go out there and go to war with him, it's pretty crazy. So from that aspect, I'm super excited. But just watching him play and how he communicates with us throughout the year, I'm really looking forward to that. He has a great voice in the locker room, on the court. You can hear him the whole time. And I think along with playing with that is going to make me a lot better, but it's also nice to learn from somebody like that who is so vocal, and from a guy who's trying to be that vocal, especially that vocal guy and that anchor, especially on that defensive end. It's going to be big for me to learn from a guy like that. So I'm really excited.
I think a lot of people are looking at the Blazers as kind of a dangerous team or one of the most improved teams. Can you maybe give some insight on internally how you guys are viewing this team as it heads to Orlando?
We're confident, man. The fact that we've had, just a very trying, not we, I wasn't playing through it, but our team has had just a very tough year as far as injuries and wins and losses, and the fact that we still have a chance. I think everybody's just super excited. Along with that, me and Nurk coming back is going to be huge. I wish Rodney could be, out there with us. That would make us even more dangerous, obviously. But the team we have now, I think I've told you about this before, the guys that had to step up and play big minutes this year, they just got all that experience. They got so much better. And now we're going to come back as close to full strength as possible without Rodney. And we're just super confident, honestly. We know we have a shot to win a title, regardless of cheating.